from which different kinds of components in your plant undergo from the start to the end. Maybe start and end of modeling process, or start or end of uh, purchase process, start and end of from concept to commissioning, you can say. So that start and end is defined when you configure the status control, but there are different stages. For example, somebody is waiting in the lobby. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So, for example, let's take example of piping. So when we start modeling, uh, what is the first stage? First stage is uh, ENID. Let me say this. We are considering pipes. So what are the stages in piping? Say identification from. See, there are other disciplines I know, but I'm taking a simplistic example. Cannot take example for all disciplines, but this status control is applicable to all discipline, means it can be developed for all disciplines. Identification from PNID, and then next stage is, you can say, uh, modeling commence. Then next stage may be stress check, or maybe layout check. Then it can be stress check. Then maybe flash check. So this can be basic checklist of piping department. Then maybe IDC check. And finally maybe issued for construction, and maybe as built. So these may be different stages under which piping can undergo. I think every pipe will go, right? So we can say that a pipe is promoted, starts at this stage. This may be the start stage, and then it is promoted to next stage sequentially. At any stage, uh, what you can say for this? Let me say modeling. If at any stage, if it fails, maybe let's say it fails in class check, so it may be sent back to modeling stage, right? We can say it is demoted. We can say this is demoted, and these were promotion stage. Let me change the color of these actually. So the blue arrow is demotion, right? Or if it can be sent from any other stage also. So promotion and demotion can happen, or if a second revision has come, it will again go back to modeling, then again it will pass these stages and it will go to as built finally. So between different revision cycles also this can follow this path, right? So this is example of piping. Similar example can be done from equipment for individual components like walls, instruments. These are just example stages. These stages are configurable. You can have 10 stages, you can have 3 stages, 4 stages. That is configurable by administrator. We have one example given, a simplistic example given in the manual that we'll follow. But similar stages can be developed for any kind of component. And then the designer has to allow these stages for the components, for piping, for structure, for equipment, and he needs to promote it or demote it as per the actual condition in the plant. Okay, so I can say this is the pipe life cycle for modeling. This is only for modeling. A life cycle can be made for uh, complete from identification on the basic engineering up till the commissioning. That kind of life cycle can also be made for each tag number, each pipe tag number. So you got little idea of what status control is. We can now see that in model, a practical application of it. So once you assign this status for couple of pipes, couple of elements, you can take out a report like statistical report like this, like which tag number is at what stage. For example, you can see issued to draft team, confirm stress, okay, and all these things. So you can have graphical reports. This is especially useful for lead engineers and managers to review the overall status of the modeling. Okay, so let's see how to open status control. Let me remove everything. Just at the pipes, I will take the example of piping. So I have this area 01. Let me remove this one, aid group. So this is my piping. I want to do status control of these area 01 pipes. So where I can open it, manage. Status group control. So it will open a window like this. You can extend this window. So over here in this first thing is you need to do is new layout. So different kinds of layouts, or you can say status cycle, are defined by your administrator in the database. In the in your project, you have to select for the available components what layout you will apply. So you have to click on new layout. So you can see these are different status cycle for different kinds of elements. So over here you have tag, schematic, branch design status, pipe design status. So tag and schematics are for PNIDs and engineering product. So you have piping design status. You can extend this and check. So inside that status, how many columns are there? Design status description, design status number, and comment. So almost all of the status have these 4 columns. So when I select, it will show 4 columns over here. And these are not the stages, first of all. These are not the stages. These are just the columns inside the report. We'll see the stages after a while. Similarly, you have see critical line status, piping design status, pipe design status. Let's see what manual has used. Okay, we do not have the training one, but let's select this pipe design status. Click OK. Then you have to select scope of elements. What all scope you want to add. So you have to click on add. So it will open that you know